Hello lovely viewers, and welcome back to the Bold and the Beautiful News official YouTube channel, The Beautiful and the Brave. Bill Spencer is one of the most determined characters in the world of daytime drama. Additionally, he plans to test limits this week that could redefine commitment to family. Viewers can expect a roller coaster journey focused on Liam Spencer's declining health as the plot develops over the course of the dramatic episodes that run from July 14th to July 18th. With Bill at the lead, what begins as a regular hospital stay turns into a high-stakes adventure motivated by a father's unwavering devotion. Imagine the stress rising in those hospital hallways where every monitor beep reflects the uncertainty surrounding Liam's future. Medical treatments are not the only aspect of this. It gives the cherished soap opera more depth and passion, and is a tribute to the extent a man would go to in order to save his own. Fans are kept on the edge of their seats as Liam's illness takes a dangerous turn and requires quick attention. According to those close to the production, Liam's vital signs suddenly dropped, setting off alarms and putting the medical staff on high alert. As the primary surgeon for what seems to be a taxing procedure, Dr. Grace Buckingham, who is renowned for her keen skill and straightforward manner, takes over. Imagine the midst of a busy operation room. Under bright lights, nurses prepare equipment as Grace carefully considers how she will stabilize Liam. There is more to this operation than meets the eye. This crucial scene illustrates how brittle existence is in the Forrester and Spencer worlds. Rumor has it that Grace may add a novel twist by using a state-of-the-art method she just learnt at a global conference, combining cutting-edge resources with conventional techniques to offer Liam the greatest chance of recovery. Bill Spencer becomes a bundle of anxieties as the operation goes on, pacing irascibly outside the doors like a lion in a cage, ready to scream. His anxiousness is fueled by worst-case scenarios that fly through his head, bringing up memories of Liam's mischievous boyhood and recent family milestones. The strain causes Bill's trademark confidence to falter, displaying a vulnerable side that is uncommon for the formidable businessman. Imagine Bill holding a faded picture of a younger Liam to enhance the scenario. He begs for his son's life in a low voice, maybe during a Spencer family trip. In addition to humanizing Bill, this emotional depth foreshadows his next audacious choice and serves as a reminder to viewers of why The Bold and the Beautiful is so good at fusing heartbreaking drama with realistic human hardships. Although Liam has a good chance of recovering from the treatment, the triumph is bittersweet since there are still questions over his long-term prognosis. Following surgery, Liam is still in a vulnerable condition and is connected to devices that track each pulse. As he assesses the treatment like a corporate merger, pragmatic Bill he begins to doubt the hospital's capacity, his keen business acumen taking over. Here, new information is revealed. To see if there are other choices, Bill may even speak with a private advisor from his extensive network, perhaps a well-known medical expert he has previously financed. This extra layer highlights Bill's ingenuity and transforms what may have been a passive waiting game into an active search for answers. When Hope Logan enters the scene, ready to deliver the news that may destroy Bill's world, the narrative becomes more complex. Hope determines that the moment is appropriate to disclose Liam's sobering diagnosis and the inoperable brain mass that has been hanging over him like a threatening cloud, all the while wearing a kind expression. This is not a hasty disclosure. A moving scene and vision are created in which Hope has a quiet conversation with Bill in the hospital chapel, where flickering candles represent flickering hope, and she uses the strength of her past Spencer family ties to deliver the news gently but firmly. The conversation is handled with tenderness and delves into Hope's own turmoil as she strikes a balance between her role as a supportive ex and the weight of telling the truth. Viewers are drawn more into the story's web of secrets and tragedies as a result of this discussion, which raises the emotional stakes. Unhappy with the existing situation, Bill decides that the medical staff is inadequate and uses his enormous riches to get better options. As the head of Spencer Publishing, Bill has access to a worldwide network of top-tier experts, ranging from experimental researchers in Asia to neurosurgeons in Switzerland. To elaborate, imagine Bill negotiating agreements that may equal his boardroom disputes while driving his fancy automobile outside the hospital and making late-night calls. With private aircraft and top-secret consultations, he imagines flying in a doctor who has invented breakthroughs and cures for brain tumors. Through this creative escalation, Bill is portrayed as a hero in his own tale, eager to break the law in order to save his kid. The dramatic scene when Bill goes awry and plans a secret removal of the still unconscious Liam from the hospital serves as the conclusion. In order to fit in with the pandemonium of the night shift, one may use a plausible disguise of scrubs, a hat, and a face mask, or they could bribe a friendly orderly with promises of financial stability. Incorporating exciting new components. Imagine the activity taking place in the ward as a result of an unexpected power outage, which serves as the ideal diversion as Bill wheels Liam into the dark back halls, his pulse racing with excitement. Cams for security. This might become a robbery worthy of a big-budget movie if Bill had a tech-savvy alley repeating footage to erase their trace. It's a desperate move that emphasizes themes of parental instinct triumphing over reason. There is much conjecture that once Bill leaves the hospital, his focus will be on obtaining first-rate treatment that could save Liam's life. Will he take Liam to a remote facility that specializes in cutting-edge experimental treatments? Perhaps one with expansive views to help with recuperation, tucked away in the Swiss Alps. The rescue is made more romantic by this made-up element. Imagine Liam waking up in a cutting-edge hospital where holistic therapies like sophisticated gene therapy or aided monitoring provide fresh hope. Bill's dedication is unwavering. He promises to use all available means, including securing research funds and mobilizing family support to prolong Liam's time with his loved ones. We will then discover how Lefanigan's unexpected love might change Luna Notsoa's fate on the brave and the beautiful, as well as the fascinating redemption story that is developing for her. As we delve into the core of the Forrester family story, we are left with an intriguing question. Is this only a temporary delusion, or is this the real change Luna Nosa has sorely needed? Through the strength of true family ties, Luna's clandestine survival as a game share may be able to change her chaotic fate as truths come to light and relationships change. Imagine figures like Luna teeter on the verge of redemption or further demise amid the sun-drenched streets of Los Angeles, where rumors of second chances abound. There is more to this plot than just survival. It's a deep examination of nature versus nurture combined with the soap opera's distinctive mix of hope, treachery, and surprising turns that keep viewers interested week after week. To add a new dimension, picture Luna thinking back on her previous mistakes during peaceful times, maybe recording her thoughts in a secret diary that exposes her inner chaos, laying the groundwork for significant change in character. When Luna was imprisoned and faced with threats that tried her desire to survive, her journey took a dark turn. However, Bill Spencer intervened like a contemporary hero to change her destiny. She was left bruised and scared by the assault while incarcerated, with danger lurking around every corner of her cell. It prompted Bill to use his power to defend her. Through astute legal strategies and strong contacts, he finally obtained a total pardon after masterminding her transfer to house arrest, replete with high-tech surveillance in an opulent Spencer estate wing. To add depth to this story, imagine Bill throwing a secret party for her release, raising champagne and encouraging words to new beginnings, only for Luna to quickly descend into anarchy again. Ingenious features that showcase her and her potential were scared off course, giving in to old habits that alienated her supporters and rekindled old feuds, even though she had a fantastic chance to rebuild, perhaps by taking art courses or working at a local charity. In a rare softening of her character, Lee Finnegan, who is usually characterized by her steely determination and caustic tongue, has discovered a reservoir of empathy for Luna in recent episodes. This empathy is mostly a result of Lee's long-standing contempt for Poppy Noah, whom she sees as a poisonous force who tainted Luna's childhood from the beginning. As she remembers Poppy's unstable and unpredictable lifestyle, which was reflected onto Luna like a warped mirror, these perspectives give her more emotional depth. She created a heartwarming narrative by creatively searching through old photo albums in her peaceful home office and discovering pictures of a wide-eyed child named Luna during an infrequent family get-together, which brought back memories of a bygone era of innocence. This self-examination strengthens Lee's conviction that Luna's problems are contextual rather than innate, leading her to provide a lifeline in ways that go against her own protective demeanor. Expanding upon that basis, Lee is now exploring pleasant memories of the qualities she previously saw in a young Luna. She adamantly maintains that Luna wasn't born to be a villain since she believes that goodness is hidden under the surface. She may be using her background in medicine to support her claim that early experiences have a greater influence on behavior than heredity. This belief motivates Lee to look for that hidden spark, maybe via fictitious therapy sessions in which she assumes the role of a mentor and uses affirmations and insightful questions to help Luna find who she is. Luna's alleged death occurs off-screen, which serves as a deaf story device and suggests that the show's authors have used deception to create tension. In a novel turn of events, they may have set up fake medical documents with staged vital sign readouts to sell the deception to both authorities and relatives, demonstrating her crafty side developed during years of working in high-stakes situations. In keeping with her prior encounters with deceit, including the elaborate hoax regarding her son Finn's alleged murder, the scenario suggests that Lee is planning Luna's dramatic retreat into solitude. That earlier incident, which was full of falsified paperwork and secret moves, gave Lee the ability to execute this reenactment, putting her freedom and reputation at stake. Using their imagination, Nag and Lee oversaw the operation from a plain safe house on the outskirts of town that included secret chambers and emergency escape routes. They also used a secure video stream to keep an eye on Luna's recuperation. This audacious action demonstrates Lee's dedication as she negotiates the ethically complex issues of staging a death to give Luna a fresh start, maybe out of the prying eyes of the wealthy and powerful in Los Angeles. After the chaos she created at the beach home, when emotions erupted like fireworks on a stormy night, Luna could find herself deeply moved by Lee's risky bet. The utter insolence of Lee's compassion and forgiveness in the face of such recent devastation, possibly involving broken relationships and damaged property, lights a miraculous change in their dynamic to add emotional resonance and a vision of Luna waking up in a comfortable, undisclosed cabin filled with sentimental mementos from her early years that Lee carefully placed there, evoking tears of gratitude and a flicker of regret. This deed of generosity is particularly noteworthy because it demonstrates Lee's readiness to put a lot of faith in Luna's capacity for transformation, even when reason demands caution. Fundamentally, this developing storyline may provide Luna with the loving care and feeling of community she has so desperately needed throughout her turbulent childhood, bridging the gaps created by unstable characters like Poppy. Her friendship with Lee felt sincere, while her previous relationship with Bill was a facade of repentance, filled with extravagant presents and public displays that eventually demonstrated that she was a shallow thief. With the promise of more healing and the creation of a touching scenario, imagine late-night talks by a fireplace in which Lee relates tales of her own hardships, creating a mentor-like bond that inspires Luna to face her demons head-on, maybe via journaling or contemplative nature hikes. However, the story cautions against possible dangers if Lee's belief in Luna is based only on holding Poppy accountable for all of her shortcomings. There might be disastrous repercussions that would rock the foundations of many plotlines. There is a chance that Luna's darkness is more pervasive, hereditary, or self-cultivated, which might result in treachery that destroys Lee's world via a startling relapse that reveals the hiding place or puts Lee in legal hot water. Introducing creative tension. Imagine that Luna is struggling with internal turmoil and is being lured by old vices, such as a mystery contact from her past who is providing possibilities that would test the effectiveness of Lee's intervention. We shall then discover the heartbreaking dawn that shook the brave and the beautiful during the week of July 14th, as well as the enigmatic disappearances. Fans of soap operas are in for a wild ride as mysterious disappearances shock the local hospital, leaving characters reeling and relationships put to the test, capping off a week full of tension and emotional turmoil. This edition promises to combine great drama with heartfelt moments, from whispered chats and dimly illuminated hallways to sorrowful thoughts on lives cut short. Picture the antiseptic buzz of medical equipment giving way to secret schemes where family relationships and ulterior motives unexpectedly clash to create tension. Imagine secret surveillance film that captures brief nighttime shadows, suggesting complex plots that may reshape the Forrester, Spencer, and Finnegan clans' allegiances. This goes beyond missing people. Viewers are kept in suspense at every step by this tapestry of loss, redemption, and the murky side of Los Angeles elite. Beginning with the startling shift involving Luna Noah, her encounter with death takes a dramatic turn after a terrible gunshot and a torturous operation that saves her life. As physicians strive to heal her wounds, the operating room is a tense place. Under the bright glare of overhead lights, their features were set with purpose. Lee Finnegan insists on staying at Luna's side after the surgery is over, indicating that she has more important goals than just her medical obligation. Then, in a shocking turn of events, Finn informs Sheila that Luna passed away while in the hospital, her vital signs dwindling like a whisper in the wind. The suspicion grows, particularly in light of Lee's past involvement in planning corpse thefts from the same establishment. Adding a layer of mystery and vision by inserting a coded note into Luna's chart, a subtle hint to Elias that things are not as they seem, and possibly drawing from a previous instance in which she falsified records to protect a loved one, she may have been generating conjecture about whether this death is a cunning ploy to protect Luna from persistent threats. Focusing on Liam Spencer's perilous condition, Bill Spencer intensifies his fervent requests to see his son, but is repeatedly denied access by hospital policies and worried employees. As Bill walks the waiting room, his thoughts racing with unresolved concerns about Liam's abrupt fall, his fury grows. Bill is currently unaware of the dangerous brain tumor that is destroying Liam's health, which is a secret that further compounds his suffering. Keep a watch. The stakes rise in the middle of the week when Grace Buckingham leads a crucial surgery on Liam as Bill watches anxiously from a distance. This situation raises the possibility of a covert arrangement between Grace and Bill Mabel, wherein Grace divulges inside information in return for Bill's pledge of resources or discretion in a private corner. Finn and Bridget subsequently compliment Liam's incredible perseverance, comparing his arrival to a warrior's spirit in the face of hardship, and adding creative flair as the procedure moves closer to success. Picture Bill sneaking in a Lucky Charm from Liam's early years, similar to a fading baseball card, and setting it next to the operating table as a hopeful talisman. However, at the end of the week, the scheme explodes when Bill secretly takes Liam's still unconscious body, turning a fatherly worry into a daring and approved rescue attempt. In the world of sadness, Sheila Carter-Sharp and John Finfanan are reunited in mourning, engaging in emotional conversations on Luna's premature death. As they consider the perverse ideas that misled the young lady, their discussions reveal layers of remorse. This shared mourning creates a poignant chance for Finn and his biological mother to interact, maybe over coffee in a cozy cafe, despite the broken family dynamics and impetuous decisions that went out of control. Deacon Sharp, who's always been a practical person, has little sympathy for Luna's situation since his recollections of her disruptive behavior have been tarnished. Stories of Luna's happier times emerge among the tears. Nevertheless, he gracefully intervenes, providing Sheila with a shoulder to support her at her most vulnerable moments. In order to weave in new components, his support acts as a silent anchor amid the maelstrom. Imagine Deacon setting up a modest memorial service at El Giardino, using Luna's favorite flowers as a subtly polite touch. This relationship creates fascinating possibilities about Deacon meeting Papi Noah, whose deep hatred for her daughter reflects his own contempt, even as his relief simmers under the surface. Could a fortuitous meeting in a neighborhood pub result in an unusual friendship, a relationship over common grievances and toasts to the future? As Brooke Logan, Ridge Forrester, and Taylor Hayes put aside their long-standing rivalry to support Liam's struggle for survival, the focus shifts to an inspirational demonstration of solidarity. These legendary individuals unite people in hospital lounges where the aroma of freshly brewed coffee and whispered prayers fills the air, exchanging stories of previous victories and encouraging one another. Their fleeting reality serves as a ray of hope among the mayhem, serving as a reminder to everyone of the strength of unity during times of adversity. However, the peace is broken when concerns are raised over Liam's unexplained disappearance from his room, leaving his bed unoccupied and his monitors turned off, leading to a flurry of inquiries and charges. In order to give the developing mystery a more suspenseful feel, imagine a panicked search team assembling as security examines videos and reveals a cloaked person wheeling Liam away. All in all, the disappearances give rise to irrational hypotheses. Are Bill and Lee working together on some crazy scheme to arrange Liam and Luna's redemptions, maybe sending them to a covert institution for experimental treatments? Or do these occurrences occur independently of other storms that are convergent on the same turbulent horizon? One creative scenario might be anonymous emails with coded signals between Lee and Bill, suggesting a wider plot to shield their loved ones from invisible threats. Fans are left yearning for resolutions as The Bold and the Beautiful offers its signature blend of shock and pathos as the week comes to a head. What turns do you think this web of secrets will take? Post your theories about spoilers in the comments section below.